Hey, it's so great to be here. Good evening to all of you, and welcome to the first episode of The 12-Sided Man. I like to think that most people have a lot of different sides to them. There's not just two sides to anything. I think it's more like 12, and the first side I'd like to share with you is the teacher side. So I'm going to use my prop right here. I'm a music teacher, and I was teaching music history. Look at through the time we go from Baroque to classical, romantic, modern, which brings me, how am I qualified to even talk about this? Why should my information be more correct or factual? What makes me an expert? Which brings me to my old friend. This is called the qualified-dometer. How qualified am I to talk about something? And as the subjects change, I'm going to be sliding this up and down. For example, if I wanted to talk about medieval crochet and macrame techniques, I'm going to go way down here because I have no idea about anything, how the medieval did anything. I don't even think my clip can fit this far down, so we'll stick to the top. And so that was the first side to me as the teacher. And as you see, with so many sides, I get so disorganized. And I'm going to change this now and go to another side. And this is bothering me. This is why I've had to do this so much, or it's so important that I do it right now. That other side of me is that's right, I'm a hoarder. I can't help it. I think I'm only a level 3 hoarder. I started watching that show during lockdown, and it's really fascinating why people hoard stuff. If you look behind me, I got a lot of stuff, but I'm going to break it down to you, my perspective on why people hoard. The first one is not even technically a hoarder. It's more of a lazy, can't clean up, they're messy. The word is slob, but I want to warn you that I'm trying not to use that word because we don't even realize it. But the words slob and slovenly are in fact derogatory. They're based on Slavic people, the stereotype that they're not clean, and that's just rude. So I'm going to call it the hot mess. If you look behind me here, you've barely been able to see the hoard at all. I had prize week as a teacher, and I give my students prizes. I can't get rid of stuff, so I try to give it to somebody else who would appreciate it equally as I do. Why can't we get rid of stuff? Well, first off, I'm a collector. That's the other side of it. I have my collections. If you can see way off to the side, I have my CD hoard, and I'm going through, got my music book hoard right here. Outside, I have more books. I have comic books. Why do I have all these huge collections? I don't know. What's with this stuff? Why do we have all this stuff? Someone gave me this fireball patch. Like, why do I need this? And I took it because that's another side of hoarding, is we like good deals. Something's free, we're going to take it, even if we don't need it. If it's on sale, we want to get it because we like good deals. We think we're doing it, which brings me to the last side of hoarding, which is really important. I'll try to keep talking, but that is the survivor. I am another side of me as a survivor. Why do we hoard? Because we want to survive, and we think that sometimes if we get rid of anything, that we may be losing a possibility of saving ourselves. This is just stolen from another comedian. I've been watching lots of comedians and trying to copy them, but like, why would I save like these little cords? Like, why would some earbuds? I don't like earbuds. But we're thinking maybe in the future some aliens are going to come and the earbuds are going to save us. Hey, we just need those earbuds to save us. And that's another reason, is we like to survive. And sorry, I just kind of going all over the place. But with the qualified-ometer, let's talk about the next topic. Oh, I don't want to skip this. This is the most ridiculous part. Why do I think I'm funny? Well, I've been funny for a long time. I make people laugh, and it started with my funny faces. And to give you an example, I can do both my eyebrows up and down. Always makes babies laugh. I can do the cross-eyed one. I can even do the cross-eyed where I'm moving it just in one direction or other. Oh, this hurts my eyes in the screen a lot. I can do this, which nobody else I've ever seen can do. Doesn't work as well with the mustache, but I can make a little butt chin here. I can sound like a helicopter. And my favorite, people get so freaked out with this, is the eyelid flip. Ooh, oh my God, I have eyelids for eyeballs. Yeah, that was an Adam Sandler ripoff. Last minute Halloween costume, crazy finger mustache, man. I need to take a break and catch my breath. Which brings me to another side of me. I don't know if I'm going to get to 12. There's actually a lot more than 12, but I can only handle 12 at a time, so some of them get pushed out. And that is the partier. Cheers to you. This is Christmas Eve, and I am having an Irish coffee with amazing specialty whiskey. Thank you. I'm so thankful to be having that. And, all right, what else are we going to go with this? Oh, okay, I got my funny faces in. Did I do any more? And let's go to the scientist. That's right, I studied science for a long time. It's my major. I'm a conservationist as well. I love nature. And I really want to talk about 2020 because it's where we are right now, and it's been a very interesting year. I don't think it's any worse or better than any other year. I've learned a lot this year about different things and about what matters, how to spend my time. And I've been planning this show for 6 months, but another side of me is a perfectionist. I just want it to be perfect. So I keep putting it off. How can I make it better? Am I going to mess up? It's totally fine. I even got this fancy microphone thing from Dave & Buster's. I don't even know if it works right now. Hello? Test, test, test. See, I'm just practicing. This is what you get for getting toys at Dave & Buster's. It's supposed to have some effects. Hello? Echo? Oh, that's kind of cool. What do you think? The echo? I don't know if I could do this for too long. And it's really important to laugh at yourself. Comedy is one of the most important things in our lives, and there's a lot of really funny stuff. I saw the Saturday Night Live. They're hilarious. Comedy cures us. It's healing. So that's why it was really important for me to do this. Another side of me is called the Lost Boy. What does a lost boy even mean? Well, if those of you who are familiar with Peter Pan, the Lost Boys are in Neverland and they never grow old. It's really important for me not to grow old. And that's why we're going to go back to some of my hoard over here. I have all these little toys and I can't part with them unless I know they're going to a good home. I can't throw them out, even if I'm afraid to even give them to Goodwill because I'm afraid they're just going to trash them. So that's why I hoard all this stuff. As a lost boy, I also love games, and in my hoard I have all sorts of games. There's Uno. Ooh, I have been good at purging CDs, so these are going to go to the Goodwill pile. I know people hoard CDs and they'll pick them up. I also know that books tend to be hoarded by other people and appreciated. So I think I can move this hoard to the Goodwill pile as well. Now for the rest of it, let's just at least organize this stuff. So let's see what prizes kids can win next time. I have adults too, actually, who like these prizes. I'm going to put that in there. And this in here. Ooh, look at my map hoard. You have the bag hoard. I've been really good about getting rid of bags, though, especially ones that I can't use. At least repurposing them and throwing them away. These are my comic book cards. I already have my really nice hoard set aside, all, protected in plastic and stuff. That collection side is nice, but these are ones I can give away because they're duplicates. Custom jewelry, I didn't even get this. People always give me stuff. They know I'm a hoarder. My grandma got so much stuff from from both of my grandmas. My mom, she's a hoarder. My dad, he's a survivor hoarder. A graphing calculator, like, why do I save these things? These are nice binoculars. I couldn't get rid of them, but I have a nicer pair, so let that go too. This is a funny story about these. These are Jamaican dollars. I was a substitute teacher for a while, and one of my incentives to bribe high school kids was, I will give you $1 if you behave and do your work. Now, is that legal or ethical? That's a whole other question, but it worked. But the thing is, I wasn't making money as a substitute teacher, so I cleverly went to the bank when I was in Jamaica in between and got a whole lot of Jamaican dollars, and they're worth about 1.5 cents. So over the course of substitute teaching for 5 years, I only ended up giving away around $2 American dollars worth of Jamaican dollars, and I got a bunch of high school kids to do their work and behave. So that's a story I'm proud of. Clever, clever, back in the horror bag. This candy is not going to age well, so I'm probably just going to eat that. What else is in here? Coasters. I have so many coasters. Baseball cards. Stickers goes back in here. And then, why don't I take this bag out, get all those the smalls in the same bag. Oh, look at, I trip over my own hoard. Ooh, posters. Who wants some posters for their prizes? I'll save these. I can't get rid of them because maybe some student might want them, and I can't let that go to waste. All right, back to organizing the hoard. And we have little pens, whistles. We have Baltimore Oriole decals. It was free. I had to take it. All these other little toys. I have 10 carabiners. Yeah, who wants some carabiners? Let me know. I even have more. These are just the ones I'm willing to part with. Now, the glow sticks I actually don't love. I got them for my students, and surprisingly, none of them seem to want the glow sticks. Oh, look at lanyards. 5 lanyards, a luggage tag. Nobody uses luggage tags, really. I can't even travel right now anyways. Oh, I'm so close. Bubble fun. I did get that for kids. That wasn't for me. And at last, I finally consolidated some of the hoard, at least for next time. So if you have little trinkets, give them to me because I'm going to try to find a good home for them. All right. One step down. I was stuck on doing anything else until I made this video because I can't even work. Like, one of the signs where hoarding actually interferes with your life is when you don't even have a table surface to even work on. So fortunately, now I've made one step. I'm going to save that. Now, as a lost boy, I kind of never want to grow old. So this is a dragonfly inside of a jar. For those of you who know the Joni Mitchell song, The Circle Game, the seasons go round and round. The painted ponies go up and down. We're captured on a carousel of time. We can't return. We can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. Once a child went out to wander and caught a dragonfly inside a jar. I didn't catch this inside the jar. In fact, it just was on our doorstep and it landed and died in place, nearly perfectly preserved. So this is become special to me, and as a collector, I'm going to keep this dragonfly inside a jar, and I do not feel bad about not parting with it. But one thing that I have a serious issue parting with is my paddle from my fraternity. This is a symbol of violence and oppression, and a reason fraternities are so heavily criticized because it's violent. What, are you going to beat somebody with this? I would never hit anybody like that. I'm a pacifist. So why do I hold on to this? I don't even like this guy. I haven't seen him in years. I haven't stayed in touch with him. But it's one of a kind. Is it valuable? I don't think so, but like it's a solid piece of wood, and sometimes you need to like prop stuff up or like wedge in. You just need an inch of solid wood. So I don't know. I might be able to repurpose this. So that's another side of me as well. And the qualifiedometer. I had the idea to use it, but I'm going to kind of let it go. I want to talk to you about mustaches because I just grew mine a year and a half ago and I kept it and I love it. I think it's very masculine and it's actually really high maintenance. You gotta shave around it and then you gotta trim it. Do I have it? Oh, thanks to my dear friends who thought the mustache was hilarious and they got me some mustache wax. So let's see how this stuff works. I did try it once. What does it do? Why do people put wax in their mustache? Huh. Oh. It smells pretty good. It smells like minty? I don't know. I don't think it's worth it though. It's supposed to moisturize underneath, like beneath where the hair follicles are. I don't even get it. And now I just have a bunch of wax in my mustache and it makes it actually look grayer. So I don't know if I'm going to be using this too often. But there's my hoard. I'm not going to get rid of the mustache wax. Could never part with that. And I'm not even sure how long I'm going to keep it. But yeah, I love mustaches. I think they're super fun. Now, the best mustaches come from the Civil War era. You should go back and see those. Watch the Civil War, the documentary by that guy who talks really slow. And the only part I liked about it was seeing all the pictures of the crazy mustaches. However, the craziest mustache I saw was in a senior home last year when I was actually allowed to go to senior homes and play music for them. Eva Dershowitz in Sunny Oaks has the best mustache of anyone I've ever seen. Disclaimer, I did not say that any of my jokes were, some of them might not be that good. Just trying this out. So forgive me if that was offensive. If there is a Eva Dershowitz, I don't know. I'm really sorry. It wasn't my intent. But I'm going to go to a different area. Where am I looking? All right, what's a different side? I got the survivor. I got the partier. I got the entertainer. So, as you can see, I got a drum set for lockdown in March, and it took me quite a while to put together, and it's hard to practice because it's really loud. You know, the reputation of nobody wants a drummer in their family because they're going to be so loud, and they're going to bother everybody when they practice. But I did find that there are some instruments to do it, because I could have got the cheap drum set that's not loud just to practice, but what's the point? It's like I want to collect and I want a good drum set, and I got a violin too that I have not taken out of the case in a few months, and the guitar that I've had for a long time. But these brushes are really cool because you can practice and it's not terribly loud like this. And if anyone who is good at drums would like to barter a virtual, I tutor in Spanish, I could give you piano lessons, I could tell you jokes, and I could read you stories. Another side to Tori is the storyteller. I've been telling lots of stories my whole life. When I was a kid, I used to tell so many stories that my friends would stop me. They're like, we don't want to know anymore, stop talking. Well, this is a disclaimer, is that I'm not making anybody watch this. This is all on your own free will. And as a storyteller, yeah, I love dry erase boards. I've been using them since I've been a teacher for, 16 years. As a storyteller, I think I've already been telling a lot of stories, so I don't know where to go with that. Okay, I know where to go from here. We're going to go back to 2020. What does this year mean? Well, it's really hard to understand, but I want us all to look at the fact that there's more than two sides. This is not a red or blue. There's a yellow, there's a green, there's a black, there's a gray, a brown, a white, a pink, whatever the case is, there's all sorts of aspects to the story. I started taking paralegal classes about 3 or 4 months ago. I was like, What do I do with my time? I can't perform in public. Everywhere's closed. And the one places that are managing to stay open are not in the position to hire live musicians. So I've been streaming live free concerts, and I hope all of my friends and family who are watching them are enjoying them, and that I'm bringing that art and music to their lives. So back to 2020. Well, I've been watching so many different programs. All my different sides want to watch something. I'm not joking. When I watch TV, I will watch a game show, then I will watch a Nazi documentary, and then I will watch a sitcom, and then I will watch, oh, I love this program. I want to talk about Ancient Aliens. It's my favorite show. I haven't gotten all the way through it. They're on season 15. I'm in like season 12. The premise of Ancient Aliens is that all religions in the past are truthful. When I was a kid, I was raised Jewish, and I was basically told that the Jews understand everything, and that the other 99.8% of the world that's not Jewish, they're just confused and misled, which is just sad and frankly untrue. I mean, what is true? I don't know. Take out how qualified am I to talk about this? The philosophy. Well, I am a philosopher as well, and have been philosophizing my whole life. The theory of Ancient Aliens is that all religions are mostly true. And how can that possibly be? Well, if there is extraterrestrial influence, then all of those gods from every religion, all the pagans, they all are mostly right. Why would the Mayans make all that stuff up and build huge pyramids to honor these gods? They just, who, where, what? How are these pyramids? How do they look the same as the ones in Egypt? And how did there's other pyramids that they found all over the place, just sunken pyramids, and we think we understand everything, and over thousands of years, like, we actually don't know much at all. What is the truth? It's a very elusive thing. Oh, getting hotter in here. The more I talk and the faster I talk, the hotter I get. And to wrap up the Ancient Aliens is, I actually messaged somebody on the show. He's a rabbi. And I was like, I don't understand something. Why are Jews instructed to stay really far away from pigs and not to eat them? And then why is the same God come back and tell Jesus and the Christians, oh, it's totally fine to eat pigs? And then the Muslims, the same God comes back, but this time with Muhammad, and says, you know what, I don't think you should be eating pork anymore. So the Jews and the Muslims aren't allowed to, but right in the middle, the Christians have Christmas ham all the time. I wasn't terribly satisfied with my answer, but my joke was, in Psalms, King David says, to everything there is a season, but it is never pig season in Judaism. You are supposed to stay as far away as you can. I went to a ranch, and I actually really liked pigs. I thought they were kind of cool. And I was like, am I allowed to even adopt a pig? Is that the Jewish thing to do? Anyways, there wasn't a good answer for it, and just to be safe, I did not adopt a pig, and I'm not planning on it, so I love my canned laughter. This one's really good, though, if I can get it to load quickly. It's the best. I was looking up fake laugh tracks. Yeah, I am not in a studio with an audience. But I found a laugh that is so good that I'm going to keep it up. And whenever I'm in a bad mood, I'm going to listen to it. Wait, where is it? I can't find it. Is that the one? This happened to me. This is my second take. I tried doing this and I had issues with the laugh. Is it going to work? I don't know. Maybe I should just go back to my laugh track and be happy that this one's working. So back to these aliens. Let's look at Judaism, Australian Aborigines, Hinduism, Japanese mysticism. Everywhere in the world, there's coming from the sky. They're always coming from the sky. Moses, God came from the sky. Jesus, the angels descended from the sky. Well, they're probably extraterrestrials, and they're all right. I think we're all right. Doesn't make sense to me that only the 0.2% of, say, Sikhs, let's bring out then, only their way is right. I think all these ways are right, and I do not believe that this diminishes my faith in God. I am, as another part, trying to keep this reasonably length, I am a believer. I have faith in a higher power. What do I believe in? That's about where it stops. I believe in a higher power and existence. What else do I believe in? A lot of people don't even think you need to go past that to be happy and healthy. The faith is enough. I do believe our universe is enormous and it's ancient, and Star Wars and all this stuff probably happened, and why don't we know about it? Because our technology is just so nowhere close to where we need to be. I mean, it would take us 5 years. We can't even send anything light speed. And what about warp speed? We don't have any idea what that even means. I'm gonna just randomly hit my sitcom laugh because it makes me laugh. It increases my faith that aliens have been here and are currently, they monitor once in a while, but I just don't think we're that important. Frankly, that's why haven't we all had alien encounters? Why are they so rare? Well, first off, it takes a ton of energy to get anywhere. And then you have to think about what you want to send somewhere. So, we get there was those weird things with the staff in the desert. Was that from aliens? Who knows? But yeah, it takes a lot of energy to transport material and stuff like that. Or beings, to actually get them anywhere. That also brings up an interesting concept of time travel, because theoretically, if the universe is infinite in space, the time is also infinite, and then there might be the possibility of time travel. Remember all my cards and my hoard, my comic book cards? I love being a lost boy and playing games and fantasizing, and you can't prove any of this stuff is wrong. And I'm now going to go on to Here Comes Santa Claus. Santa Claus is coming to town. Is Santa Claus coming to town? Well, in theory, this is the one actual mythical character that Ancient Aliens does do address, and that is Santa Claus. Kris Kringle, Old Father Time. There's so many metaphors for this old guy that lives forever across cultures that comes and visits once in a while. Sounds to me like an extraterrestrial, an alien astronaut. How can he get to every house in time? Well, the technology is just that much better. Does that mean I believe in Santa Claus? It means I don't not believe in Santa Claus. I just saw Miracle on 34th Street for the first time. It's a pretty cute movie, but the entire premise of that movie is that Santa Claus exists. What does that mean? I don't know. You figure it out for yourself. And one thing I've avoided is a very dangerous side of me, and it gets me in trouble. It gets most people in trouble. But nobody's perfect. I am a critic. I love criticizing stuff. I like watching terrible shows and deconstructing them and showing how terrible they really are. One of my favorite things to criticize is my least favorite song in the entirety of existence. I can't even play it. I can't even bring myself to learn a terrible version of it. But it goes something like this. And let's see if you can name this tune really quick. Yes, if you're any good at music, it is so bad. It is called Sex and Candy, and I am criticizing it heavily for being potentially the worst song ever written. There she was with Disco Lemonade. Yeah, there she was. Like Disco Superstar. I smell sex and candy. Who's that in my car? I'm sorry, Marcy Playground. It is my least favorite song ever written. So that's the critic side of me, and I try to get a lot better about it. And I also try not to do it with my friends, because you know what? Criticizing people hurts you more than them. They don't want to hear your criticism, and it doesn't work unless they're open to change. So I'm trying to grow and mature with how I teach through criticism, but only to the students who are willing to listen and learn from me. So, all right, I'm running out of time because I said I wasn't going to go much longer than 30 minutes, but I have one more side to share with you. And that is the lover. I love God. I love everything. I love this little pen with stuff. Why do I care so much? Why do I hoard? Why do I love everything? I love this scarf. I just love stuff so much. I just want to hold it so tight forever. But the important thing is to love each other. Try to love God, love nature, have faith. Try to teach each other, try to learn, be a student as well. I'm a student. Enjoy your collections, enjoy your games, but most of all, be kind to each other. Thank you so much, Ellen, for saying that to me, or teaching that. Be kind to one another, love each other, have a wonderful season, have faith, have hope, and love you all.